love me, yeah, they love me. First love yourself. For that, and God we trust me. I don't trust myself. Your jewelry, I get it took. No show.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. This episode is sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. The app is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California, Florida, Texas, and New York, just to name a few. Make sure to support the show by hitting the link in the bio and downloading the Underdog Fantasy app. They will also match your first deposit up to $100, and you get a special pick when you sign up. Of course, I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your hosts Cam and Mase.
What's up?
I don't like being this close to y'all, to be honest with you. Y'all kind of in my breathing space.
Yeah.
I don't really like
I hope y'all don't got COVID.
Yeah, talk to yourself. I don't really like it that much, man. But good to see everybody, man. Good to see you, man.
That holding the
No
arms
fist
together.
pump, no nothing.
Yeah.
Not good.
Yeah, you know, me and Mase been having our own space for a long time. You can give a connect. What's up? Over to him and all that.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. So the Spurs beat the Suns again, this time 132 to 121. Devin Booker made his return and scored 31 points, and Victor Wembanyama scored a career high of 38 points. Thoughts on the game?
Want me to go first? I mean, this is really starting to look like something I didn't want to pay attention to.
What's that supposed to mean, though?
I mean, like, when I'm looking at this game, this is not the way things are supposed to go, especially for KD. I mean, he had 26 points, he had 7 rebounds and 2 assists, right? But then he get the
28
ball.
points.
Yeah, 28 points. But he's getting the ball stolen from a guy that shouldn't be stealing the ball, you know? And when this happens, they kind of put the game on him. But I know we really like Kevin Durant and things of that nature.
I think you got your games mixed up, man.
I do?
That happened.
They didn't?
The first game they played each other.
Oh,
They played again last night, of course.
Oh, yeah, that's my old notes.
Yeah. So yeah, you just can't wait to hate on me and Katie. You've been trying to hate on me and Katie since the season started.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah,
It's all good. It's all you got. So you just holding KD notes for any time. You got a bunch of shit hating on KD, which is fine with me. That's cool.
No, I'm not hating on him. You know, he missed the winner, right? That was this game or last game?
That was last game. They act so basically. Last night, because you're right, they played twice this week, and everything you're talking about, we didn't get a chance to talk about it, was from the previous game. So last night they lost by 11 points. Book played. Yeah. Wemby had 38. Career. KD had 28, and Book had 31. So your person who you said the best player in the league, the new hotness, had 38 on Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. So if you want to start all over.
That's even crazier. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. 38 on Book and KD.
Yeah, the game you talk about, Book didn't play.
Yeah, Book he might be the new hotness then.
You made him the best player in the league. You put him number 1 on your list.
I mean, I saw something. You're watching it. 38 points with Book.
Right, but the thing about it is, I think he's gonna make all NBA this season because Pop to me is analyzing. There was a time where Kawhi
all NBA.
I think he's gonna make at least. It's gonna be top 15 players. I think he will. The reason I say that is because, and I don't know this for a fact. It's just a guess. Pop did this with Kawhi Leonard to where he groomed him to make him think you're the best player in the world. Nobody's better than you. I've seen Pop punching Kawhi in the chest, say, "Go, go, go." I think he doesn't want to do that just yet. We're 5, 6, 7 games in the season, and now this is the breakout game where Pop will be like,
I told you.
You got Devin Booker on the other side of the ball, and you got Kevin Durant.
And Bol. All of these are the players you would.
Bol surprisingly ain't getting no burn. I don't know what's going on with that shit. Why doesn't Bol getting? He didn't play since last night, but I don't know why the team doesn't give him a shot. But we had Kevin Durant and Devin Booker in our top 10.
Yeah,
I didn't have Wemby in my top 10. You put him at the top of the list, but I just think that a coach like Popovich is going to instill the confidence in him to make him be the All-NBA team, and I think he will be at the end of the year. It depends on their record, too. But I see it. Look, Spurs are 3-2. Phoenix are 2-3. And Phoenix is projected who we had to win the West. Or so not win the West outside of Denver.
So right now the Spurs will win the West.
No, I ain't say that. I ain't don't go crazy. Bradley Beal still didn't play. We don't know what's going to happen with this Clippers situation. It's a good first week of the NBA. Let's not get carried away. And the Suns still look. It is 78 more games left, man. There's a lot of basketball left. But you know what does start tonight? The in-season tournament.
Yeah, the
tournament starts tonight.
What can we call that? Is that like Lil Lad? Is that like AAU?
Yeah. Well, we're going to talk about that later, but I just I brought that up, but I know that does start tonight. But I will say this. I don't like Phoenix losing 2 times in 1 week to San Antonio with KD one night and KD and Devin Booker. And outside of Wemby, who else is on the Spurs?
Keldon
Johnson, Devin Vassell. Those are like the main ones.
Yeah. I just want the Spurs are my team. I want to know if y'all knew. Like, what's crazy is that other people on the Spurs, but don't know the commissioner of Major League Baseball. I like that. So the Spurs aren't bad, but looking at the roster, everybody thought the Phoenix would win these 2 games. Is my opinion.
And they were supposed to win it. It's not just expecting; they supposed to.
Yeah. Also, Wemby is like almost impossible to guard. Like, it's just his height. Like, seeing how the other players who are seasoned are trying to like work around him. It's honestly something I've never seen before. So it's interesting to watch him play.
What is it? What is it other than the height?
Well, I think he's good on both sides. I think he's good defensively and offensively. So regardless of his height, it's just like, I don't know, seeing how he's learning, he's a fast learner, and seeing how he performs on the court, like, it's just something that we've never seen. So aside from his height, it's like
6'3", he would be doing the same thing.
That's a good question.
No,
yeah,
it is the height. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's because those abilities are being done at 7 foot.
But he's using it to his advantage, and as he should. So I mean,
he should. He got the cheat code.
Because it is a cheat. He is a cheat code.
Yeah, Victor is like the guard that you make on the game when they let you make up a player.
Right.
That's the player I make up.
And to Stats' point, to Stats' point, it's like when you see veterans be frustrated.
Yeah.
Like when you be like, oh, this nigga's frustrated. And he's a league MVP or he's an all-star. He's a person who won a championship. And I'm not just talking about the Suns. I'm talking about Golden State. Yeah. When they played Golden State earlier this year, or whoever they're playing. Yeah. You see these champions and MVPs, former MVPs, frustrated playing them, and and it's a little frustration because at the same time it's like, oh, what you want me to do? The nigga's 200 feet tall.
Yeah, he might turn the league into like what who was that? Will Chamberlain did when he started averaging crazy blocks.
Right.
Well, the Lakers beat the Clippers 130-125. Kawhi scored 38 points. LeBron scored 35 points. So what are your thoughts on that game?
That's interesting. That's really interesting. Because AD showed up. AD, you showed up, AD. We got to put some respect on your name. You did show up against a good team. You showed up against some ballers. So I want to hear what Cam got to say about that. AD showed up. Are you ready to take your words back?
If anything, I'm ready to take credit. If anything, this is all because of us. You know, listen, and Bron is my man, but Bron gave it away. Bron let us know that it is us. You know how Bron let us know that it is us? Mm-hmm. So when AD had a good game the other night, I believe it was against Orlando, and LeBron did the interview afterwards, he said, man, AD don't care what y'all be saying. AD ain't got no social media. AD you don't be watching. Who are you talking about? You guys? You know,
yeah, you ain't talking about no other network.
Yeah, man, you ain't talking about it because you're not going to give a fuck what another network said. If it was another network, you'd be like, nigga, don't give a fuck with Stephen A. say. No disrespect to you, that's my man, or Skip. You know, Rich Paul might care what they say, but LeBron, you know, that's my nigga. So at the end of the day, he ain't going to say he watch it because he's very professional, but he's in tune to what's hip. He's in tune to what's going on. So when he say that, he like, man, AD ain't got no motherfucking grade. He cursed on TV. That's how I knew niggas was like, say AD don't give a shit about what they say. And I say,
AD does care.
AD does care, man.
AD had 27 and 10. He's following suit.
Yeah, so if anything, I would like a thank you.
Yeah.
I would appreciate y'all guys motivated me. Y'all keep playing with my name.
Yeah.
You keep showing that old ass video when I ain't know what I was doing and then we ain't no pause was coming out in the future. Niggas gonna stop playing with me because the more I do better, the less we Cam, Mase, and Stat, and you in it, Stat, can stop showing that video.
Yeah.
You act like you ain't got nothing to do with it neither. You send the topics and all that shit, and you down with us. So at the end of the day, a little thank you, little gift to the set, you know, send it through. But that is a serious note. But what I will say is this, man. LeBron's fucking amazing, man. Look, LeBron's amazing, man. At this age, still doing what he's doing. Look, we was asked a question earlier this week, if not this week, last week, on who would have the biggest impact coming back, Zion, Kawhi, and I forget the last person. More of the story is I picked Kawhi. And I thought Kawhi had played for a couple of years. His legs would be fresh. LeBron been playing every year as much as he can. Maybe he missed a couple games here or there and people crucify him for, but he's been playing more than the average. And I think this game was personal. It's always personal when it's an in-city rivalry. Yeah. And he went to say, y'all got Russ. Y'all got PG. PG, you want to be the GOAT. You want to be the GOAT. You want to be the GOAT. You had the opportunity to be the GOAT. But they had great games, too. Paul George had
35.
I was just about to say that. Yeah. PG had 35. Kawhi had 38, which are great numbers. But if you don't come away with the win and LeBron has 35.
It's in the same building. It ain't like you're really away.
Right, exactly. Yeah. But listen, 35 and 38 with a loss. I'll take 35 and 27 with the win, especially when an in-city rivalry.
And I think it was interesting. Don't forget Russell Westbrook. Russ had 24, 11, and 8. So he's living up to his old ways.
If you think about it, though, let's look at the matchup, right? So you got PG, 35, Kawhi Leonard, 38, Russell Westbrook, 24. Got Anthony Davis, 27, LeBron, 35, D. Russell, 27.
Yeah.
So everybody kind of has similar games, but if you come away with the W, you come away with the W. Everybody offset each other's numbers. And the entourage, the clash of the entourage, the Lakers had the better entourage.
It's not wrong.
But I would like to see what happens when James Harden gets there as well.
Yeah, that's going to be really interesting to see what happened to all those numbers.
Right.
So also, as mentioned earlier, today the in-season tournament finally debuts. All 30 teams have been randomly drawn into groups of 5 within their conference based on won-loss records from the 2022 to 2023 regular season. And the championship...
Hold on. Sorry. Repeat that just so I can just comprehend how this is going. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So all 30 teams are randomly drawn into groups of 5 within their conference. And that's based on their wins and losses from 2022 to 2023. And then the championship will happen in Las Vegas. So is this something that you're excited to see?
Where are these games happening at?
They're regular home and away games.
Oh,
the different locations, and then the semifinals, and then the championship.
These are all the teams. I mean, other than the Nuggets, I don't really want to see none of these teams. It's the Nets versus the Bulls, Memphis versus the Blazers. Oh, but it is two goodies in there.
What two goodies?
The Mavs versus the Nuggets is a good game.
Tonight, pardon me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a game.
That's a goodie.
That's a goodie right there. Because they're 4-1. The Nuggets is 4-1. And the Mavs is still trying to show that they belong in this season in the West.
Mavs are undefeated.
I know. So they're trying to keep that momentum. And this is a big point they can make if they beat the Nuggets. Even though it's early, sometimes establishing that concept in a person's mind is good.
Yeah, let's nip this in the bud now.
Yeah. If you see us in April, it's going to be a problem.
Right. As far as this whole thing is concerned, I'm not sure about it, man. Look, man, I get what's going on. You're trying to have incentive to make players play and not miss all these games. Like last night, pardon me, was it last night? Night before last, pardon me, watching Brandon Ingram on the bench. I'm like, it's game 1.5. Niggas is fucking hurt. Niggas is getting hurt at halftime of the first game of the season. Like, yo, god damn, I
These
see
niggas is playing.
Yo, my nigga hurt.
It'd be different if niggas wasn't hurt with all the girls in the stands.
Fam, that's how I knew it was Brandon Ingram. I seen the lime green jacket. Say, what the fuck got the lime green on? Not Brandon, not the star. Yo, nah, bro. So I get what Adam Silver and everybody's trying to do. They're trying to have incentive to make
not
people
to wear the Bottega green on the side.
Right, exactly. It's a reason, and I'm hearing this money behind it. Also, if the winner gets extra money, how much money did they say?
So if they make it to the championship, then they can get $500,000, and then losers still can get at least $50,000.
All right, now this is what I'm gonna do while I talk. Could you Google how much Giannis makes a game real quick while I'm finished this? Anyway, they're trying to have incentive for people not to miss games. Also, you're not going to make All NBA if you don't play 67 games, et cetera, and I get that. But what this does for me is give certain teams an out. It gives you. Well, we won this season, so we don't win the chip. We won something this year. Niggas don't make the playoff. Niggas like, well, we won this season. I don't even give a fuck. Did we win a chip this year? Or we didn't win a chip this year?
Nigga got a ring nobody ever had before.
Pardon me, exactly. So it's one of them situations where you be like, Orlando Magic win the end season.
Yeah.
And then they don't make the playoffs.
What's that medal that people used to get? It's not the bronze.
It's a participation medal. One of them shits you played. Hey, man, take a participation medal. It don't matter if you
won out there standing with the one up. Y'all niggas ain't win. Put your hand down,
yeah, niggas talking about something. Nah, bro. Nah, this gives niggas an out not to go. Because listen.
This is definitely giving YMCA vibes.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody get a trophy.
Yeah, exactly. So, if, I'm just using, let's use, I don't want to use Miami because like I said, it's their, what they do every year. But let's say a bad team. Let's say the Nets. No disrespect to the Nets. You know, our nigga Des Smith Jr., all them niggas over there. Well, we know y'all ain't going nowhere like that. But listen, let's say they win the in-season tournament, and now they like, y'all ain't going to make the playoffs, niggas. So we got our chip this year.
We got a chip this year.
We got a chip this year. So
yeah, that kind of talk. We got a chip
this year. Yeah.
That ain't no chip, nigga.
Right, exactly. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. It gives them an out to now, how does this work when renegotiation for contracts come? In the end season, he got the MVP.
In November.
Yeah.
34 in November.
I turned it up then.
Yeah.
So now, I don't think they even looked at that part because now agents are going to talk to the franchise. Well, he came ready to play. He didn't miss the first 30 games, and he got the MVP of the
Are you ready to make that extension? Pause.
Right. Yeah, and then, but he stunk it up in January to April till the playoffs come. How does this work? Now, I get the mind frame, but I'm not necessarily a fan of what's going on. Now, maybe when it starts tonight, I might be like, okay, this is lit. Maybe we may see some passion and be like, what's up? Because now let's think about this. On the flip side of what I just said, you may have Denver like, let's win this and let's win the chip too. Let's get this shit over with early. So if you got that type of play, cool. But now if you got a random team who doesn't win, then they're not going to make the playoffs. Cool. Because
is this like the NIT vibes?
Versus the NCAA tournament. Exactly.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
NIT vibes.
It's definitely NIT vibes because
it count, but
I don't think it counts because the main goal is to be playing in June. Not to win.
So it's NIT vibes.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I'm sitting here thinking while I'm talking to you because I'm like, yo, it's so many different things to say. It's so many outs. Like, yo, listen, my nigga, I didn't want to win the whole shit. My shit, you know how niggas is, especially the younger generation, niggas got an excuse for everything. So if you win now and lose later, I don't know. I'll say this. I'm looking forward to see how it goes because it's interesting. But at the end of the day, if you're winning $500,000 and niggas is making $26,000 a minute, what? Go ahead. So that was the reason I asked that because you're playing for something that a nigga makes per game.
Yeah, he already gets.
Yeah, so the $500,000 that everybody's playing for, ooh, the one game Giannis is getting, ooh, congratulations. And I'm not saying that everybody gets as much as Giannis, but niggas is making that.
Well, when you put it that way, crazy fact, but it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out tonight. Let us know what you guys think about the tournament. We're going to go to break, and we'll be right back.
She called this thing about toxic. 4 years and counting. Got you feeling like an option. Maybe I'm my own problem, babe. She tired of hearing I don't know. My stubborn in me won't fall. Dealing with this thing called trust. But she really thinking about it. Wanna be free.
Welcome back. So let's get into our Underdog Fantasy picks of the day. Tonight, the Wizards will play the Heat. Underdog Fantasy has Kyle Kuzma at 6.5 rebounds. Do you have him higher or lower? Mase.
Lower.
You laughing?
Lower.
Okay.
I want him to get more rebounds, but I don't see it against him.
Lower.
Okay. Jimmy Butler is at 19.5 points. Do you have him higher or lower, Cam?
Higher. Should be higher. Tyler Hero looked like he doing all the scoring lately, but that's what happens when niggas come in with a doobie.
Yeah.
I think he sweated that out by now. Pause. I'm gonna go higher.
Yeah, with the wash and press. Yeah, higher.
And Bam Adebayo is at 2.5 assists. Do you have him higher or lower?
I think he could get 3 assists.
This was a good one, Underdog. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go higher as well, man. If you get double teamed, get the hero. I don't know if niggas are gonna be double teaming Bam this early in the season, no, but I'll go higher.
Okay. Make sure to download the Underdog Fantasy app, and you can make your picks too. Okay. James Harden spoke to the media for the first time as a member of the Clippers, and in a press conference, Harden said, "I'm just not a system player. I am a system." You know what I mean? So, thoughts on his comment?
James Harden, yo, this is where you need Russell Westbrook face. Nigga. Ain't no system. But he is a system.
What system?
I mean, he has a system of playing. Like, anybody knows that when James Harden gets on a team, it changes the system of that team.
For good or worse?
We're yet to see that, but I mean, when he went to Houston, that was for the worst. When he went to the Nets, that was for the worst, and when he got the Sixers, that was for the worst. But I'm not here to kick him while he down.
Then why would you say it? Why would you say all that?
I mean, because when he went to Houston, he took all his shots. So, I mean, Houston was a good one.
Well, I'll say not the.
But the Nets was for the worst, and the Sixers was for the worst.
As far as Houston's concerned, look, I think James Harden did great in Houston.
Yeah, he did his thing there.
And they lost to Golden State like 3 times when he was there. When Golden State went to the championship, it wasn't like he was just losing to whack-ass teams. He's losing a fucking super team and went to the championship. I think he did as good as he could do.
He was disappearing. And
he definitely disappeared in the playoffs. Game 7, wanted to get to the strip club as fast as possible. Absolutely, I will say that. But he was playing pretty good. And he went to Game 7. He disappeared in it. But they lost to Golden State. And it wasn't like Golden State wasn't killing everybody for that period of time. As far as the Nets is concerned, I'll give him a lot of credit with going to the Nets. He didn't take the contract extension. He had a 2-year, $103 million contract extension that he didn't take with Houston because he wanted a ring. Went to the Nets. I don't think that was his fault either. He got hurt.
It was the pandemic's fault.
I just think everybody's injuries, because when he got there, Kyrie was hurt. Kyrie came back, KD was hurt. KD came back, he was hurt. He even tried to still play in the playoffs, and it didn't work. Just didn't work out in Philly. He wanted to leave, got to go where he wanted to go. So we will see what happens when he gets with the Clippers. What I'll say about James Harden is this. What I think he was trying to do with that line was trying to give Jay-Z vibes. And when I say Jay-Z vibes, you know how niggas talk. I think he wanted to be like, I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman. And it just didn't. It didn't go that way. It didn't.
And why do he keep rejoining people he already lost with? That doesn't make sense. Like when he went to the Rockets and then they try to bring Russell there. You already lost with Russ.
This is third time playing with Russ.
Yeah, you're not gonna win with Russ without KD. And then he gets to the Nets and play with KD without Russ and loses there. So this is like, I don't get it.
I think my personal opinion is this. I think he thinks in his brain he has an opportunity to win, but it's coming down towards the end of his career. I'm not saying he doesn't have a lot of time left, but
he just want to be home.
Want to be home. He'd rather be home. That's what I was about to say. You know, if you look
I could go for that.
You look at the starlight. It's 4 California niggas now. If they win, California could talk their shit. Yeah. You got Paul George.
They could play Tupac.
Yeah, definitely.
California Love.
Absolutely. You got Paul George. You got Russell Westbrook. You got Kawhi Leonard. And you got James Harden, all California natives. And we'll see what California does in the NBA season this year. But I think he wants to be close to home. His statement, I thought it was, I think he was trying to say some slick shit because I still don't understand it when he says he's the system. I think, I know he's nice. I think he's good, but I don't understand when he says he is the system. What I will say is this. outside of Russell Westbrook, I was looking at niggas' faces when he locked in the locker room when he first got to the Clippers, and niggas was like, this nigga. You seen that shit? Yeah. Niggas was like, shh. This nigga. Let me grab my shit. Yeah, but if they zoomed in on other players' faces, niggas was like.
Because that's all their shots.
They said, you know what the meme was? It's funny you said that. The meme was when you watch, I forget exactly how it's worded, but it was when you actually watch your minutes go down walking. If watching your minutes go down was a person. So, yeah.
I was thinking if they get deep in the playoffs and start playing small ball, this could come to be a benefit to them. But if it doesn't, this is going to be a horrible. It's going to either be great or horrible. It's not going to be anything in between.
Moving along to football, Tyreek Hill's contract runs through the 2025 season, but he says he might consider retirement if the Dolphins don't bring him back. So one, thoughts on that, and two, do you believe that?
He got paid a lot this contract right here. How old is he?
Let me check.
It's 30. Tyreek's an exceptional.
29.
29. No, I don't believe him.
They definitely bringing him back.
Yeah, they definitely bringing him back, and he got another bag to go get. I just think that he's trying to say, if it ain't here, I don't want to be nowhere else. But at the end of the day, you can't beat the weather in Miami. Of course you want to be in Miami. It's great weather. You know, he's not far from his hometown. Next state over. Probably having a good time. I don't know if he has a family or not, girlfriend or not. But if not, good food, best strip clubs. You know, the hood love him. He going to the hood donating sneakers and jerseys, so on and so forth. But absolutely not, I don't believe him. I'm thinking this is just a way for him to kind of say, re-sign me or it's over for everybody. But then again, my nigga Megatron did it. Megatron said, I'm the fuck out of here, and he really quit. Megatron ain't give a fuck. Barry Sanders did it. Barry Sanders said, I'm out of here when I say I'm out of here. And that's just that. And those are people that had a lot of playing time left over in their career. So we've seen it done before. Do I believe Tyreek Hill? No, but is it possible? Yes.
And this is the perfect time for him to say it. I mean, 8 games in, he up to 1,000 yards. So this is the time to make your claim and to say, this is what I need done. I think he's trying to rush the extension.
Absolutely. I think that's a good point as well. That's a great point.
Yeah, he's also had a couple instances of him saying he's going to retire, so I don't believe it either. He said if he retired, he would be a porn star. Like, he said a lot of different things, so I don't...
You would know that. I ain't never hear that one.
Yeah, I never heard that.
It's searchable, I promise. It's public knowledge.
Are you searching Tyreek Hill porn star?
I search everything and I bring it to the table.
Wow.
I'm just fucking with you. I know, that's why you step, baby. You know.
Yeah. But we'll see what happens. Okay. Moving along, Marcus Jordan and Larsa Pippen are back in the news again. Marcus Jordan revealed that he wants his father to be his best man at his wedding. And Larsa also said she will keep the last name Pippen in addition because she wants her and her kids to share the same last name. So thoughts for the couple?
First of all, Pippen ain't your last name. That ain't really your name either. Like, yo, that's your kid's last name. That don't have to be your last name because that's your kid's last name. Personality in the last few years, but Lil Mike, what's the nigga
Marcus.
name? Lil Mike. I'm not pronouncing it. Larissa, Linguini. Like, yo, my nigga.
This is like, what's the movie with Eddie Murphy where he's like, Marcus?
Yeah, but Boomerang.
Boomerang.
I see his personality, and to me, he likes this attention. He's like, yeah, because I want my dad to be the best man, because I was the best man his way, and he's the best man my brother's way, so he'd be the best man my way. And what we're talking about is, ever since I've been on the Housewives of Miami, that we're talking about maybe doing the wedding televised. You've been on the Housewives of Miami, nigga. Look, I ain't even Michael Jordan, and I'm disgusted. I'm not even mad you went on the show with your girl like that, even though you shouldn't be, because you fucking run the Jordan brand. But stop smiling so much when you said you went on the show. You don't need to smile that much when you like, I've been on the Housewives of Miami, so now we're talking to producers to televise. Look.
And Mike is happy with telling them this.
What I'm saying is,
Mike probably won't say it to him.
The whole shit about it is, if we discuss it, imagine I'll discuss Mike, because Mike is just a different type of nigga.
Mike gotta be pissed off.
Mike, this might get you fired from running the Jordan brand, nigga. This right here, you try and do some. So you trying to say this, just so I'm putting this shit in so the proper perspective. You gonna do your wedding on the Real Housewives of Miami as a house husband and ask Michael Jordan to be there.
You think Mike worked this hard for this?
Right. House husband ass nigga, Mr. Mom.
He said, we gonna get another ring, Jordan and Pippen, ha ha ha.
Yeah, this nigga
and not be playing for the Bulls.
Yeah, yo, this nigga was giddy murder. I'm like, yo, why is this nigga this giddy? I never seen nothing like that. Yo, Mike. Sorry. That's all I got for you, bro. I'm sorry, man. Because there ain't no turning back. That nigga was smiling too hard. Because you know what else, too, before I finish this particular situation? He may have never got this much attention.
Yeah.
You know, being Michael Jordan's son's one thing, but he's not a recognizable face.
He never got his own attention.
Right. But
this is not the attention you want.
At all, bro. At all. He don't know it.
This is not the attention you want.
Niggas like him, though, got fetishes. Pause. Tickle their feet. You know, every girl ain't gonna do it with these niggas. The way he was smiling, you know, that nigga might like to dress up in a pamper and be fed. Niggas who just in love with bitches got fetishes that bitches fulfill for them, because every
that's
bitch.
That's why she's important to him.
Right, because every bitch ain't going, what you mean sit you in a high chair and you got a pimp and feed you Gerber for dinner? Some niggas is like that. He look like one of them type of niggas, and it looks like she may facilitate that.
I can see that. Her
Just
walking around with a feather.
Yeah, it's little shit.
And he want to be tickled all day.
That type shit, exactly. Exactly, man.
Well, I don't know, and I don't want to find out. Lastly, moving on.
You know, Tyreek Hill a porn star, and that
you don't know about the feather.
That nigga don't know about thigh stuff. You pick and choose what you want to be down with.
Okay, so we not letting stats slide today. Okay, moving on to a different Mike. Mikey Williams is facing 3 additional felony charges in his case, and now he's facing a total of 9 charges. He also lost his Puma deal. How do you feel about his situation?
I feel really bad about it. This is Mase, man. Mase actually put me on to him. I didn't really know about him until Mase told us about him, because one of his various locations is San Diego, where he lived. Milwaukee now is on the list. But after doing the due diligence, this kid was really good, and Mase was absolutely right. Because, you know, going back to when Mase first brought him up, it was a problem that he didn't make the McDonald's game, if I'm not mistaken. And LeBron's son did, and that's what got a lot of attention to him. And watching him play is highlight spectacular, dope, and everything else. But what I will say is this. It's sad, that's first and foremost. But kids, y'all have to realize this, how one moment could fuck up everything. I sit there and think about my childhood growing up, and just thank God, man. Really, really thank God, because it's so many nights we did so much dumb shit. And I'm not talking about going to kill a nigga or no shit like that, but be in a wrong place or be in a house party or be in a Harlem Week or be in a fucking gambling spot. Just so many different places that we used to be that a wrong thing could have happened to us a million times that I have to thank God that I'm here now. And I don't want, we make a lot of jokes and shit about that, but this is one unfortunate incident that probably could have been avoided, and that he probably doesn't do that all the time, and now look at the trickle effect about it. So first of all, I want to thank God for letting me be where I'm at, because I was Mikey Williams a lot of nights. Yeah. A lot of nights, man. So, but it's just really sad, and I hope that hopefully some of these charges and these go down, get dropped. Yeah, man. So
it just seemed like they gave him enough charges to give him some kind of time.
Yeah,
when they load up this cases.
If one thing don't stick, another one will. Pause.
You have to cop out to something. And just to think, he does. I know. I mean, I don't know his whole family background, but I know that 3.3 million hurt as well. Losing that kind of money, especially as a high school kid,
right?
And thinking, oh, I could lose that because I'm going to the NBA. But then when you start dwindling those hopes, it just put them in a real dark place. So
right now, the NBA is the last thing on this nigga mind, because you got 9 felony charges. Am I correct? Is that the number?
Yeah.
9 felony charges, and now you can't even go. Not saying Penny Hardaway and Memphis turned their back on you, but you can't even go play in college. And no disrespect, you're very good, but you ain't Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson the only nigga they went and got out of jail. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So no disrespect to you, but Allen Iverson, they go and Big John Thompson went there with the key and said, get that nigga out.
Yeah. You think they'll go and get him? At school? Any school?
Any school. Depending on Allen Iverson was in jail for something totally different. He was in jail for a fight at a bowling alley.
That seemed racist.
Right, exactly.
That's
different. So
not you shooting in a moving car.
Right. So I think the scenarios are two different things.
Yeah. Well, originally it was saying he could face up to 30 years, and I'm really hoping that's not the case, because it is a really sad situation. So
yeah, and even I was thinking about it, even if they go get him and he make it, whoever he was shooting at in that car, they're coming after that money when he gets it.
Let me tell you a situation real quick. And this is the last thing I'll say on it. And I don't know if Mase has anything else to say, but this is my last thing on it. And the reason I'm bringing it up is because Mase made a good point. We had a friend in high school who got into a rape situation in high school. And part of his deal that he made was that if he goes to the NBA, that the girl that was the victim of this situation gets 10% of his NBA salary moving forward. So those things are even worked out, you know. So when you brought that up, it made me think about that. So you probably 100% right.
Somebody say, yeah, we're gonna let this slide because we know you need it to go away, but in the future, we're gonna need to be compensated like this.
Well, it's a very unfortunate situation. Let us know in the comments what you guys think. But that's all the time we have for today.
Hold on. What's coming on today at 3 o'clock, though? You got to let the people know.
Today at 3 o'clock, check out the stat. You're in for a great surprise. That's all I'm going to say.
Every Friday at 3 o'clock.
Every Friday at 3 p.m., we talking entertainment, women in the industry, and sports. And you guys get my authentic opinion, since, I don't always give it, but you'll get the full details 3 p.m. every Friday. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. That's all the time we have for today. And as always, it is what it is.
Two Big Macs, like when they doing them 2 for $5.